Stay on your feet a few minutes. Okay, so Grace, I think, is a little bit colicky. She didn't eat last night, and she didn't want to eat this morning. And, oh, she keeps laying down and getting up. She's laying down and getting up. She's not rolling. Really, ma'am? But I stopped at the local vet's office to get some Banamine because my normal vet said to give her some. And hopefully it's just minor. So I'm going to give her a dosage of this. Yeah, come on, babe. Let's get in the shade. You can do it. All right, we're not walking the greatest. She's got a little cut on that ankle. Not sure if she stumbled on herself, getting up, getting down, or what. She wants to eat the grass. She's trying to nibble at it. I think she's just spitting a lot of it out, but she tried to get a drink of water too, but just got the water in her mouth. That's about it. So I called my vet, left him a voicemail, so we'll see what he says. That's a nasty weed. Why would you eat that? But, you know, she might just not be walking well since she hasn't really been on her feet much today. But I'm glad she's, like, trying to eat, you know. I don't think she's choking if she's trying to eat. Good girl. Trying to just keep her walking a little bit until that Banamine kicks in. Hopefully that helps her feel better. What do you have? Something stuck in there? I don't know if she's just spitting it out because that Banamine paste is still in her mouth or what. You gotta swallow it. I'm sorry. I'd like to go get a brush and just brush her off. Go away. All right, guys, so I just called my local vet clinic because my normal vet hasn't called me back yet. And so I talked to the other horse vet that was there and kind of just told her what was going on. Basically, Grace has not eaten her food, her grain, last night or this morning. So I've got her up and she's like, we're walking right now. She did lay down on me again a little bit ago. But she's back up and we're just kind of continuing walking. I gave her the Banamine about an hour and a half ago. So, yeah, I talked to the lady and was like, you know, she's old, she's skinny. If you think like this is going to onset her for more colicking throughout the summer, like I don't want her to be miserable. But she kind of just told me, you know, Banamine usually takes a few hours to kick in, so just keep walking her like this for another hour or so. Just keep her moving and try to keep her up. And basically, if there's no change, like in a few hours, then to call back. But, yeah, so I have just kind of been thinking, like the last week or so, I guess what I will do with Grace if, like, something does happen where I have to put her down. Of course I don't want that to happen, but at the same time, you know, I don't want her to colic all summer. She's obviously so hairy. I don't want her to be miserable. She's so hard to keep weight on. I mean, if I can't get her fat again for winter, like I don't want her to go through winter skin and bones, you know. Basically I want to do what's best for her, and I don't want her to just exist because just to exist, basically. Yeah, I want to keep her comfortable. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep walking her for another hour or so. I have Dixie tied to a tree right now and she's not happy about it, but I'll keep you guys updated. So we'll see what happens in a few hours. All right, well, like 5 minutes later, she went down on me again. She's sitting up right now, so she might lay back down, but I started washing off her foot. This is what she did to her foot. I don't know how in the world she did this to her outside of her foot, but yeah, not cool. It's like the whole outer wall ripped off somehow. So I know I have wound spray somewhere, so I'm going to try and find my wound spray this, and then I wouldn't mind putting some gauze and vet wrap around it, just because, you know, it's open like that and the flies are going to eat at it. You know, it'll heal naturally, but annoying. So I don't know if I've said this in a vlog before, but like my boyfriend's cows that live down the road get out all the time. And right now, I think just about all of them are out. Oh my gosh, look at, oh my God, that might be about all of them. Yeah, they're supposed to be way over there in that timber. Okay, Grace, slow down. We're still walking. But yeah, they're supposed to be way over there. So they've gone pretty far. You know it, babe. Still walking. Nope, don't go down. Don't go down. Keep walking. Keep walking. You can do it. No, shit. Damn it. Ugh. Sorry, I cannot talk with crap when I'm crying. The vet was calling me mid-clip, so I just got off and talked to the vet again, and he asked, you know, if there's been any improvements, and I've kind of told him that I talked to the other vet about an hour ago, but since then, you know, she's gotten up and down probably 4 or 5 times. She's sweating. Her breathing is still very hard. Her nasal drainage seems to have cleared up a bit, but she's breathing heavy. She's going up and down, and she's starting to like paw the ground really aggressively. And so he basically said that it sounds like, and from what I'm telling him, it sounds like it's getting worse. Like the pain is getting worse. I just tried to paw the ground again. Nope, come on. And so, I told him I don't think that she'll make a trailer ride, to be honest, with as much as she's gone up and down, with as skinny as she is. I just don't see a trailer ride all the way to, his vet clinic being a good idea. You know, if she goes down in the trailer, she could injure herself more. We might not be able to get her out. She could tangle herself up. Like, it's just, that would be such a bad idea, honestly. And so really, he's going to try to see how his next couple appointments go. If nothing else, he'll try and come up and if we have to decide to put her down, then that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm sorry, Grace. I'm sorry. No, you're trying. No. This is what sucks about owning horses, you guys. It really sucks. You just like, no rhyme or reason, any time of the year, any day. You know, stuff like this can happen, and it's just... You know, I told him, I'm like, if you think, you know, because once a horse colics, they're going to be, come on, keep moving, you can do it, good girl. They're going to be more prone to colicking again. And I'm like, you know, she's skinny, she's so hard to keep weight on, she's probably Cushing's. If she's going to colic, if you think this will onset more colicking throughout the summer, like, I don't want to make her suffer like that. And so, my boyfriend's out there now rounding up the cows. Out there on side by side, getting the cows in. Come on, Grace, can you make it over here? Good girl, keep moving. All right, guys. It is, I don't know, probably a half an hour from when I last saw you, and was telling you how Grace progressed worse. She unfortunately went down in the yard again, and she did pass away. She went back down and couldn't get back up. She tried to get back up, but she also started kicking her legs a lot, which to me was obviously pain. But yeah, all of a sudden she just clenched up her whole body and her gut and her neck and kicked her legs a bunch of times, but she passed away. So she is laying here in the yard with me. I'm not going to show like her whole dead body because that's kind of gruesome, but her eye, I'll close her eye, but she's here in the yard. I'm probably going to bring Dixie down here to smell her and check her out. Yeah, that was rough. I'm gonna put a tarp over her because, you know, the flies are so bad. Thomas's brother actually has like an excavator hoe, so he called him and he's gonna come probably today and dig a hole. So I'm gonna kind of walk around and see if there's not a decent place for a hole for her. But I'll talk to you guys after a while. Here, babe. No, not much. Just gonna sniff each other. What do you think, Beebs? It's been a while since you've been over here. Yeah, who's that? I think she'll be nice to her. They're both pretty mellow. Oh, good girls. That was nice. Baby's like, nope, I don't want to. Okay, well, no squealing, no kicking, so I'll just let them out together. girls. You don't really care about other horses, do you? Not really. All right, behave. All right, guys, it is the next day. I don't really remember where I left off last night. I haven't rewatched any of the footage. I think my boyfriend's brother came with his excavator and dug a hole for us. I think that's where I left off. But yeah, so luckily he had an excavator, so he just brought it over and dug a hole for us, and we were able to get Grace buried, a few hours after she passed, which is nice, which is ideal. We weren't totally sure if she would pull out of it or not, but I was like, I'd rather have a hole and not need it than not have a hole and need a hole. So I also didn't want her laying there for too long, because we do live in a timber where there's wildlife, and didn't want coyotes or anything coming up here. So I'm glad we were able to lay her to rest as soon as possible. Yeah, that was it was pretty rough to watch last night's, or not last night, it was only in the afternoon, but she definitely went downhill very quickly. I wish we could have acted sooner or done something sooner, but it was like within an hour. She went from just being uncomfortable and laying down every half hour to getting up and getting down and flopping herself on the ground and pawing and stamping. And so she obviously, I wish I knew exactly what was going on. I don't think she had a blockage, because I could definitely hear a lot of gurgling in her gut. She did poop a little bit, not much, but just a little bit, while I was walking her. So I don't know if she had some sort of bleeding issue or what, but yeah, I feel bad that she had to die naturally. I wish the vet could have gotten here, and we could have prevented her from going through that pain. But there was really, I was on the phone with the vet multiple times, and he's obviously busy and had other appointments, so he was planning to come after his next couple appointments. But it happened so fast. Like within an hour she was extremely worse. So but I would like to think that Grace lived a good life here in her last year. And she was an old girl. She was probably in her 20s, and me and the vet had discussed, if this is something she doesn't come out of, that it might be better for her to be put down. So yeah, I'm glad she got to live her last year of life here, and only got to know love and kindness, and just live a good retirement life. I think that's what every horse deserves after they've given their whole life to us humans. They don't owe us anything, and she didn't owe me anything other than to just have a soft landing in life. So we did bury her actually down by the arena that I built a couple months ago. I'll probably show you guys that in the next video, but it is pouring outside right now, so I'm not going to show you guys right now. And yeah, so moving her was kind of interesting, I guess. I've seen dead horses moved before. I wasn't at Soccer's burial when they put Soccer in the hole, but I basically chained her front 2 feet together, I chained her back 2 feet together, and there was a chain in between, so he was able, with the excavator, to just lift her up and carry her to the hole and set her down in there. So it went pretty smoothly, I'm glad. But yeah, it's like one of those things, okay, well, I'm never going to unsee that. But yeah, so this is kind of a depressing vlog, but hopefully it was informational to some of you guys out there that probably have older horses, or want to buy a horse, because dying and, oh God, my phone, dying and burying and, you know, all of this type of stuff is what goes into horse ownership. And you guys know that that's what my channel is about, the actual real parts of owning horses, even when it's not fun and it's not pretty and it's expensive and it's gruesome. But that's what we have to do to give these animals the best life they deserve. So yeah, other than that, she's at peace now and she's buried here on the property. So BB is over with Dixie now. I put BB over there so she didn't have to be alone. But after I brought Dixie over to kind of check out Grace so that she knew kind of what happened, she didn't call for her anymore. It was kind of weird. So while I was walking Grace all afternoon, I had Dixie tied up over there, and she was whinnying for her and calling for her. Just, you know, she wasn't being real buddy sour, but just was whinnying because she was by herself. And then when I took her over to check Grace out, she didn't really check her out, to be honest. I think she kind of understood what had happened, and so I put her back and she didn't call for her anymore. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. So I put BB over there with her, and I think BB will be nice to her as well. But other than that, down to 6 horses, which is fine, honestly. 7 was pretty much at my absolute limit. So, yeah, here we are. Anyways, hope this video was informational for some of you guys, and I hope none of you have to go through it, but it's a part of horse ownership. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.